You seem to get furious when a talk show host comes up with this subject.
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the media failed Britney Spears.
By the way, we are speculating. I don't know Britney, and we're really responding to somebody else's opinion on a blog.
The conversation was about what was wrong with her. There was too much money to be made off her suffering.
You have to realize that we're people and that we just need privacy and we need our respect.
For this list, we're looking at the unfortunate way that pop culture has often covered the life and career of Britney Spears. Did you see Hulu's Framing Britney Spears? Give us your take in the comments below. Number 10. Wendy Williams' bad take. The documentary Framing Britney Spears forced a lot of people to reconsider their point of view on Britney Spears. Wendy Williams does not seem to be one of those people, since her takeaways differ wildly from what many other viewers claim to have learned.
And I found, much like with my own, I didn't learn anything new about Britney.
For one thing, Williams is one of the few still firmly on Team Jamie Spears.
I think that her father's a good man. Norman seems to think differently.
I'm skeptical of the father.
She also argues that Britney isn't capable of managing her own life.
You know, I still do believe, in my opinion, that Britney does need somebody to guide over her finances and to be a custodian and a guardian in her life.
Of course, she couches all of this in genuine concern for Spears' well-being. But Williams' inability to at least consider new information demonstrates how willingly people in the media will defer to existing power structures. Number 9. The Family Feud topic. When people dream of stardom, they probably don't consider that their notoriety could eventually be turned against them. But that's exactly what happened when Name Something Britney Spears Has Lost in the Last Year became a topic on the long-running game show Family Feud.
Name something Britney Spears has lost in the past year. Answer with you, Willem. Her husband. Let's see how that stacks up her husband.
The episode came in the midst of a series of very public personal struggles for the singer. Watching the contestants take potshots at her image and career, what stands out is the casual cruelty of it all.
Lizzie, a lot of hair. Lost a lot of hair. There it is.
Nowadays, we're better equipped to see this behavior for the unkindness that it is. But at the time, there was no shame in playing it up for laughs.
What has she lost?
She's lost her sanity.
She lost her mind.
Number 8. Debating her mental health in public. If only stupid game shows had been the worst of the public scrutiny. But unfortunately, in those days, everybody had an opinion on Britney, and nobody was shy about sharing it.
Now, Brit's GMA performance has been slammed by some people who claim that she seems, well, rather robotic. They also imply that Britney may not have fully recovered from a breakdown 4 years ago.
Beyond her music, her relationships, and her appearance, there was no shortage of people willing to comment on much more serious issues like her mental health.
She has chronic psychiatric disorders that are going to need management probably her entire life, including probably medication.
Even if, like celebrity therapist Dr. Drew Pinsky, they had no actual knowledge of her specific circumstances.
By the way, we are speculating. I don't know Britney, and we're really responding to somebody else's opinion on a blog.
Not only did Pinsky imply the possibility of a condition like bipolar disorder, he went on to praise Britney's parents for saving her from herself. Today, it's much more obvious that we should question the appropriateness and the ethicality of a doctor publicly speculating on someone's health without speaking directly to that person, her circle, or her guardians. Number 7. Questioning her parental fitness. 2006 was a rough year for Britney. Under the strain of constant media attention and dealing with turmoil in her personal life, she found herself in the middle of yet another PR firestorm. This time surrounding her children and her marriage to Kevin Federline. Matt Lauer probed Spears on these sensitive issues in his interview with her, driving her to tears.
The doctor in that emergency room or that hospital said, wait a second, maybe I have a bad mom on my hands.
I was just happy that my son was okay, and I wanted to get home and get out of there.
It's easy to wonder when watching this if the same types of questions would be considered appropriate for a celebrity interview today.
You have to realize that we're people and that we just need privacy and we need our respect.
And knowing what we now know about Lauer himself has not helped this interview age any better either. Number 6. Laughing with Justin. With a public profile comes the potential for public heartache. Going through a breakup is difficult enough under the best of circumstances, but doing so in front of the entire world, and having the public take sides no less, is another thing entirely. In the case of Britney versus Justin, the court of public opinion seemed to swing towards Mr. Timberlake, and for years after their split, he was applauded for taking shots at her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world has long been full of Madonna wannabes, and I might have even dated a couple.
In fact, Justin seems to have gone out of his way to allude to their relationship on more than one occasion.
Madonna has changed the way our world sounded, she's changed the way our world looked, and somehow she still found time to publicly kiss at least someone who I may or may not have kissed myself.
What's worse, he also discussed their intimate life in public.
I'd like to think that at first he'll date a popular female singer. Publicly, they'll claim to be virgins, but privately, he hid it.
Number 5. When comedians made her a punchline. Pop culture commentary hit its vicious peak during Britney's heyday, and unfortunately, it wasn't only those in charge of making those comments who were to blame. The public consumed it voraciously. And when a celebrity was having a hard time, it was open season, as we saw so vividly in the case of Britney Spears. Shows like Saturday Night Live questioned her intelligence.
Wait, but so is a nightclub where you could bring your pit bull?
No, it was a nightclub for pit bulls. And y'all, it lost money, y'all. Y'all, pit bulls don't have wallets, dang.
And her troubled performance at the 2007 VMAs opened her up to even more ridicule. Sarah Silverman didn't even wait for the night to end before adding her 2 cents.
She is amazing. I mean, she is 25 years old, and she's already accomplished everything she's going to accomplish in her life.
But in the days and weeks that followed, others wouldn't hesitate to pile on.
It was the greatest impression of an office worker embarrassing themselves at a holiday party I have ever seen. 5 stars, Britney. Bravo.
Number 4. Inappropriate questions. Britney Spears has been a pop culture mainstay for so long that it's easy to forget how young she was when she first hit the scene. She was only 11 when she first joined the cast of the Mickey Mouse Club, and 17 when she broke out as a pop star in 1999. But with that breakout musical success came endless speculation about all aspects of her life. And unfortunately, her youth didn't shield her from inappropriate questions.
A lot of the times the press seems to build you up as a sex symbol.
Right,
and
right.
You know, and that I think would create a certain amount of pressure. Does that bother you?
One memorable instance came during an interview with Dutch television host Ifo Nia.
Everyone's talking about it.
What?
Well, your breasts.
So many women have been in this situation, laughing uncomfortably at something they do not find funny because the alternative means you could be labeled combative or rude. No woman should be questioned this way, least of all an underage girl.
You seem to get furious when a talk show host comes up with this subject.
Number 3. Paparazzi harassment. Celebrities have always dealt with unwanted media attention, but the paparazzi of the aughts were invasive to an extreme degree. Even by those standards, Britney Spears seemed to be disproportionately targeted by voracious photographers who dogged her relentlessly, took inappropriate pictures of her, and even attempted to follow her into restrooms. It wasn't unusual to see the star inundated by an army of paparazzi, something Britney herself seemed unsure how to deal with, even after years in the industry.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
This type of celebrity frenzy is hopefully less common or tolerated today than it once was, but the damage to Britney Spears' life has already been done.
And so she's saying essentially with no hair, I quit. Whatever you guys are looking for in terms of me coming back and being that person again, I'm not, that person is gone. And you have destroyed her.
Number 2, all the slut shaming. From a young age, Britney Spears was sexualized by the media and by the record company. But despite the fact that she did not entirely shape her own public image, she was still the victim of intense backlash because of it. Whether it was her personal life, fashion, or performance choices, Spears was critiqued in detail. mainly because many saw her as a role model for young children.
Well, I mean, if they want to put me up on a pedestal like that, that's really sweet. And it's just that I'm human and I make mistakes just like everybody else. And I can just try and be a good person for me and for them as well.
Sure, plenty of kids idolized Britney, but the star herself asserted that she was being held to a higher standard than some other young stars of her day. What's more, Ms. Spears also questioned why her male counterparts did not receive similar criticisms about their behavior.
I love Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but when they're doing all those thrusts on the stage and when they're making out with the microphone thing, no one says anything about that. But when I'm just showing a little belly, everyone's like, ooh.
It's the double standard. Guys can do whatever they
mean?
want, and big girls got to be very careful.
Right.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Diane Sawyer Interview. The 2003 interview between Britney Spears and Diane Sawyer encompasses most of the media failures we've already discussed and then some. Though the 21-year-old singer was there to promote her album In the Zone, Sawyer spent the majority of the interview questioning Spears' decisions and image.
But what's this about? No kidding. What is it about?
What is it about?
Yeah.
It's about doing a beautiful picture.
And according to some, perpetuating sexism and misogyny. Topics covered included Spears' financial future, her fashion evolution, and, of course, her breakup with Justin Timberlake.
He has gone on television and pretty much said, you broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do?
Sawyer even asked Britney to address violent comments made about her by the wife of the then governor of Maryland, Bob Ehrlich.
Because of the example for kids and how hard it is to be a parent and keep all of this away from your kids.
Well, that's really sad that she said that. Ew.
Watching this today, critics have pointed out that the questioning seems at times patronizing and even accusatory, leading many to point to this as a clear example of the media failing Britney Spears. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.